Here we'll take a look at a neuroepithelial tumor. This is called medulloblastoma. Right off the bat, and let me tell you, medulloblastoma would be the most common brain primary tumor or primary CNS tumor in a child. Now, with that said, let's take a look at what it's referring to. Sometimes you've seen the abbreviation when you're reading a journal, BMJ, Lancet, NEJM, what have you. And you might see the abbreviation PNET. In fact, you have, or you will. It stands for primitive neuroectodermal tumor, PNET. See it? Here, you want to think of this as being an embryonal neoplasm. Embryonal. I just began this discussion by calling this a primary CNS tumor in a child. The median age, 7. Clinical parole. Next, 75% in patients 16 years and younger. That's what your focus should be on. Is that clear? 20% of brain tumors in children. So, in other words, we have a young population overall, Overall. Yes, 16 years, 75%. However, 20% of brain tumors overall, primary in a child, that's pretty high in terms of percentage. Trust me. Located where? Yet another one. Right in that area, in the vicinity of the fourth ventricle and the cerebellum. Right in that vicinity. So give me 3 right now. In a child, that would be in that region. 3. Most common astrocytoma in a child, pilocytic. What about an ependymoma? Could be located in the floor of the fourth ventricle. And here we have a medulloblastoma. Where is it located? The midline of the cerebellum. All of these could cause what? Obstructive, non-communicating type of hydrocephalus. Clear? So as you can see here, there's a decent list of differentials causing non-communicating. Rapid growth. May include flow of outflow of CSF resulting in hydrocephalus, as we mentioned. Now, these small blue cells, so if you want from now on, medulloblastoma, B, blastoma, small blue cells is the histologic description, may then go into the CSF. Keep that in mind. If you take a look at this imaging study, you'll notice, where are we? You see that structure where we have the cerebellum. And you find that increased opacity, which then represents a tumor. And it looks like it's in the midline of this child's image of the brain. And therefore, you can notice that now, as it moves anteriorly, that is then going to cause obstruction of the outflow of your CSF. From the fourth ventricle, most likely. This is medulloblastoma. Couple of things that I wish to bring to your attention under medulloblastoma. You want to know this in great detail because it is a common primary CNS tumor in a child. Well circumscribed, gray and friable, microscopically, sheets of anaplastic cells. Take a look at these. Small cells with little cytoplasm and hyperchromatic nuclei that are elongated or crescent-shaped. And by hyperchromatic nuclei, we are referring to this as being, take a look at these sheets of small blue cells. Medulloblastoma. Clinical presentation is important. Increased intracranial pressure, as you can imagine. Ataxia, because we're referring to the cerebellum being affected. Clinical features, we have highly malignant tumor, highly malignant. Unfortunately, may disseminate into the CSF, a common complication because of its increased aggressiveness. We call this drop metastasis. MET stands for metastasis. Poor prognosis, unfortunately, in a child, and that just makes me sad. And it's radiosensitive, but poor prognosis. Please make sure that you know medulloblastoma in great detail.